So, assuming you have no time limitations, no budgetary limitations, though, like any type of limitations you can think of, like they don't exist.
Yeah.
What's your fantasy project?
See, I was gonna ask you that too. Damn it. My fantasy project. I mean, I'm gonna have to be super basic right now and say that it's like the project that I'm working on right now.
Ooh,
Like
cool.
the one with the very gay graphic novel with the harpy and the huntress falling in love.
Okay.
And because I always get sidetracked with it because I have like client work and commissions and like other like stuff I need to take care of, and so it often ends up being on the sidelines because I need the money, and the kidneys they don't make that much money, so I need to take on some commission work.
Yeah.
And so it often gets sidelined, and if I had like the budget and like the time and everything, I would just make this happen and also make it a movie, an animated movie.
Aha.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
A movie.
Yes.
Not a multi-franchise shared universe.
Oh God, no. Shit, no. These things need to die. Like, no. Like we've had enough of those. It's like I do appreciate them on a smaller scale, like with the whole Adventure Time multiverse, but the whole Marvel Hollywood multiverse thing.
Yeah, I mean,
like,
of course, when it becomes like just like generic product films that feel like they were generated by ChatGPT, like of course, that's not interesting.
Yeah.
But so you think like you have like a very contained story, like
yes,
like it's not like its own like huge, like there is no 400-page book backstory for the harpy.
I don't think so. I mean, there might be there is definitely more things that I can do in that like setting.
Yeah,
there's definitely something like a sequel that's currently like just like ruminating, starting to brew in my head about like the daughter of like the harpy and the huntress.
That's how it starts.
That's how it starts. yeah. And also like for sure, like maybe like a sort of like not prequel, but kind of like explanation of the setting and stuff like that. Like maybe an art book or something. But like the story of the harpy and the huntress is very self-contained. I want it to stay like that. I'm definitely a fan of like properties that know when to end things and when to like let it rest. And that's also because I feel like it would just be too exhausting to just continue like, okay, yeah, this is the story of the harpy and this is the story of the huntress and this is like the story of the side character that interacted with them once and so I also like this the story approach of leaving things open for the consumer, reader, viewer to make up their own stuff. I'm like a very big fan of like the storytelling of for example, for FromSoft games. Like this very open-ended and very we give you hints, but we're not telling you the whole story kind of storytelling. And I think I would just leave it at that and be like, you figure it out. You people out there, you figure it out. You have fun with it. So yeah, that would be my approach.
I see. So that's cool. Like your fantasy project is the current project you're working on.
It's the current project.
It's amazing.
Yes. Yeah.
I mean, the fantasy version is that it will be so popular that it will turn into a film. Like, hopefully, this fantasy will become reality.
I mean, it would be amazing. But I'm also like, I'm not counting on it because it's very niche. Also, it's like a gay fantasy story, like and very dark kinda, and it's not exactly something I would like expect to become popular. But it's okay. It's like this is something that I've kind of grown out of, this whole expectations that things need to be like liked by the maximum amount of people.
Yeah.
I just want like to make something that's authentic to me and that I'm gonna like. And I feel like that way, like even if it's just like 10 people who are really into it, it would still be more fulfilling to me if compared to if I had to water it down for like millions of people. Yeah.
I see.
Yes. But now I'm gonna throw the question back at you because I'm really curious. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, for me, it's like it's very abstract, but like the concept is quite clear. Have you ever seen the movie Synecdoche, New York?
No, I haven't.
So, like, the premise of the movie is that there's this theater director, and he gets this insane scholarship, is it, or a prize, or I don't know, like a lot of money, basically, to do his fantasy project. And he basically does this theater show where he replicates New York.
Oh,
so he just builds his own New York
on the theater stage.
It's like it's not even a theater stage. He like gets like this huge space that he can build like an entire like city within a city. The film is not very realistic. It's like it gets very weird. But like he works with the same actors for like tens of years, and some of them die, and then he needs to like replace them, and some of the people in his, and it's based on like real life, so like some of the people in his life in his actual life die, and they're replaced by people, and then you have replacements for the replacements. You have actors doing the actors that are doing the people who are like, it gets crazy.
It sounds pretty fun.
Yeah. So I mean, it gets very dark, of course.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking of like a less dark version of that, because he's also like, it's like his project. So he's like the dictator of this like city. So I thought of like something like, if I have like no budgetary concerns and no like time limitations, basically like creating like an artistic community of people that like I would like to collaborate with, like Miley Cyrus.
Yeah.
For example. Yes. And just like living together for like years, and like coming up with like this huge project that like we constantly like add to until there's something.
Yes.
Basically. And like the community grows, and it's like, something that is like it can be presented to an audience, but it's more like art for art's sake. It's more like using art as the basis for society. I don't know if it would work. It would probably be a disaster, and someone would get killed. But
I mean, that one person gets killed, you have to expect. Like, you know, one person, like this is just like this is the casualty. It's fine.
I mean, that's like the minimum.
Yeah.
This is the best case scenario that like one person gets killed.
Exactly.
Like, the worst case scenario is that like everyone is killing each other. But
no, the worst case scenario is it becomes a cult, and like it becomes a suicide cult.
Yes.
That's like, I think, the worst case. Like you just like Kool-Aid it, and like it becomes the whole thing. I mean, you know, but if everybody's consenting, like, you do you. It's like
consensual suicide.
Yeah, I mean, I you know, it's a gray area. It's like
the consensual suicide.
Yes.